Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Zero Hour. You know, everybody thinks I hate business, all business. Nothing could be further from the truth. I just hate most business. No, I'm just kidding. I did work in the business world myself. I don't hate business people. I think there are a lot of reasonable ones out there. They just don't happen to be the ones driving our economy right now or our debate about the political system. But there are reasonable people out there. For example, Tesla, which is the company owned by Elon Musk and others, of course, the electric car company. They did something I really liked this week. Chevrolet introduced a new electric car, a concept car, the Bolt. And when the announcement was made, you know, we're used to internet types and other corporate types dissing their competition and insulting their competition and telling us that their products are lousy and all that stuff. Tesla had a very different reaction. They said, quote, "We are always supportive of other manufacturers who bring compelling electric vehicles to the market." That's what their representative said, adding, and this was in a story in Slate, quote, "Tesla applauds Chevrolet for introducing the Bolt, and we are excited to learn more about the product." Now, how about that? Somebody said they were excited to learn more about a product from their competitor. Now, why would this be? Why would Tesla have such a benevolent, friendly, collegial attitude towards a competitive product? Here's one reason: because the infrastructure for electric cars doesn't exist yet. Tesla cannot become a mainstream automobile manufacturer until there are charging stations for electric cars and repair people for electric cars all across this country. Otherwise, it becomes a coastal phenomenon, a New York phenomenon, a California phenomenon, and so on. It cannot get out into the heartland. It cannot get out into the smaller towns and so on. So they need, in a word, infrastructure. The best way for them to get infrastructure is by having other electric cars on the market. Now, they also have confidence. They believe that they can beat their competitors with a better product once that infrastructure exists. Now, where am I going with all of this? I'll tell you, it's very simple. Why are internet people able to make billions of dollars with mediocre, badly designed products like Facebook? Because the United States government created the infrastructure. The United States government built the technology. The United States government funded the design of the chips and essential elements in an iPhone or a laptop computer or a desktop computer. The United States government created the infrastructure and the technology that created the World Wide Web itself in this country and around the world. And yet all we hear from these libertarian you-know-whats is that they made their billions through their superior intellect. And I'll tell you, if they really possess superior intellect, I'd love to see you try to change your privacy settings on Facebook. Okay. Now, and they created something where nothing existed. Nonsense. They made minor changes to something that was created by the American people. Now, the Tesla folks understand that another way for getting the infrastructure they need is by working with one another and by pushing for a change in the social infrastructure. Now, this raises the question that I guess I'll have to ponder a little more. What if somebody came and said, you know, government created all sorts of advantages for people who are developing internet technology because of visionaries like Al Gore. So why don't we do more of the same for electric car technology? I guess my answer to that would be great idea. It would create green jobs. It would create clean jobs. It would create other opportunities to build our environment. But let's learn. If we do something like that, let us learn from the lessons of the internet. Number one, let's create technologies that require talented people to take advantage of them and not just anybody who can manipulate a little HTML. I'm dismissing a little bit, but you get where I'm going with that. Number two, let's make sure that the jobs that are created and the wealth which is created stays in the United States. Let's not create another Apple that pretends it's an Irish company so that it can evade United States taxes. And then when it has a great rollout of the iPhone 6, I guess we're supposed to believe that's just the luck of the Irish again. So let's make sure that when we do a good deed for business, business reciprocates by being a good corporate citizen. I'd like to think that Tesla would do that. I'd like to think that Chevrolet would do that, especially after the auto bailout, which was, need I remind you, spectacularly successful. So let us use this as an opportunity to create the businesses of the future in America. I'm Richard RJ Eskow for the Zero Hour.